Hello, welcome back to Movie Clip Mania. Today we are going to review the psychological thriller film Walled In. Like and subscribe if you enjoy our channel. A young lady awakens to wind up in a little hidden room, confounded at what's going on. At the point when the room begins loading up with concrete from all corners, the young lady sobs for her dad, yet the concrete just proceeds to rise, and in the end she is covered alive. Sam Volchak is a new designing alumni. At her graduation celebration, her dad, a proprietor of a destruction organization, gives her a gift, a task regulating the destruction of a structure in no place. Assuming she's effective, she will end up being his accomplice. Sam shows up at the Malastraza building, and is welcomed by Mary, Deborah Kara Unger, the overseer. Sam tells Mary she will remain in one of the condos in the structure. Jimmy, Cameron Brilliant, the guardian's adolescent child, takes her sax to her condo, recently claimed by somebody named Julie, and makes sense of the principles of the structure. She is to remain off the 8th floor since it is Malastraza's and the rooftop since it is excessively hazardous. Sam explores the structure and finds that it was the location of a terrible series of murders where 16 individuals were buried in the walls. Jimmy takes Sam to the 8th floor and tells her how his dad was one of the people in question, the wrongdoing being accused on a nearby assembly line laborer. The lights go out, and Sam cuts her leg subsequent to overreacting in the haziness. Afterward, Jimmy washes her injury and starts to stroke her thigh, however she advises him to stop. Sam starts having bad dreams about being buried in the walls. Sam's sweetheart shows up, making Jimmy become desirous. While investigating the 8th floor, Sam and her sweetheart find a mysterious section which would permit somebody to see any of the condos furtively. Sam understands that Jimmy has been keeping an eye on her. Afterward, as Sam and her beau have intercourse, Jimmy watches from behind the walls. The following morning they track down his canine, butchered. Sam and her sweetheart consent to leave. Jimmy provides Sam with a duplicate of the diary of Joseph Malastraza, the structure's engineer. Sam acknowledges from perusing the diary that there should be an enormous, open space in the focal point of the structure. Jimmy goes to the rooftop to search for an opening to the secret space. At the point when he doesn't return, Sam and her sweetheart follow. They find a gigantic shaft in the focal point of the structure. They hear Jimmy calling from down in the shaft. It is harm to say that Sam has her sweetheart lower her into the shaft on a rope, yet he is shot and killed, making Sam tumble to the base. Jimmy then, at that point, sends Sam's destruction report and sinks her vehicle into a lake. Sam stirs at the lower part of the shaft and finds that a man is there with her. He is Malastraza, the draftsman, who has been caught there by Mary. He tells her that Jimmy is holding her down there until she figures out how to cherish him. While caught, Sam discovers that Malastraza organized the homicides as a type of human penance, referring to the way that, of the 7 marvels of the old world, just the incomparable Pyramid of Giza is as yet remaining following millennia, since, he accepts, it was the only one wherein laborers were killed and covered during its development. Among his casualties were Mary's little girl Julie, the young lady found in the initial scene, and her dad, Mary's better half, which made a wrathful Mary detain Malastraza. He additionally lets Sam know that Jimmy is great, yet can be exceptionally savage and inventive when he ignores Jimmy's requests. Jimmy sends down a tape, with a message that he needs to see Sam and Malastraza dance. Sam hesitantly moves, yet, when Jimmy advises them to kiss, she rejects. Malastraza pulls her nearby and compels her to kiss him. Following a couple of moments, Jimmy advises them to stop and compromises Malastraza not to contact Sam once more. He sends down a bushel with food, water, and a 2-way radio. He advises Sam to keep the radio with her so they can talk and be close. Sam searches for a method for getting away and acknowledges one wall prompts the trash region. At the point when Jimmy returns, she lies and says that she is harmed and needs medication. At the point when Jimmy brings her the medication, she opens the containers and starts making a blend to attempt to victory the wall to get into the trash room. Sam's endeavor falls flat, and Jimmy is disturbed that she attempted to escape. Before Jimmy could correct his discipline, his mom gets him. Mary understands that Sam is in debt with Malastraza. At first she is irritated with Jimmy as the opening was developed for Malastraza and no other person, yet acknowledges Sam presently knows excessively and should keep her caught there too to stay away from capture. Sam is as yet caught worse than broke with Malastraza, who she understands doesn't have any desire to get away. This is his burial place, and he picked her to kill him. She in the end kills him after some provoking, and he says thanks to her after he falls into his burial place and it starts to load up with concrete. Sam is by the wall trusting that Jimmy will come through and save her. The destruction group shows up and her dad asks where Sam is. Mary lets him know that she left. Her dad says that he figured she would need to see her most memorable structure being destroyed. Mary is keeping Jimmy quiet as they set up and start to introduce the explosives. As the commencement starts, Jimmy wakes up and runs toward the structure for Sam. Sam's dad advises them to stop the commencement. At the rooftop, Jimmy peers down, and her dad asks what they have done. Jimmy then, at that point, hurls himself over, offing himself, and terrains close to Sam. Sam is then lifted into a more healthy place and put in an emergency vehicle. Sam portrays that Malastraza fabricated 27 structures and that they are as yet standing. He considered the Malastraza building his magnum opus, and there are no designs to wreck it. Thank you for watching and don't forget to like and subscribe.